What's up, everybody? Last week we got Season 25 Split 2 of Apex Legends. So we covered the Legend rankings, which I'll link down below, as well as the long-range rankings. Today we are talking close-range rankings, putting them in our tier list as usual. But before I get into that, if you want to see me play Apex live or the variety of other games I play, Twitch is linked down below, as well as all my other social medias if you want to support me anywhere else, and my single-player channel if that's your kind of thing. And of course, I'll link this tier list, this tier maker below if you want to make it for yourself. But let's go ahead and jump into the close range. So 30-30, I mean, nothing's truly horrible close range. Maybe some things, but the 30-30 is not good close range. The alternator, it's just so easy to shoot. It's got so much ammo in its base mags. It's got a lot of damage per mag. It doesn't kill the fastest, but it's just so easy to shoot. And like, it's of all the SMGs, it's the one that you need a mag attachment the least for, except for maybe the Prowler. Bow check is terrible. Bring back shatter caps. It would be good up close. Or decent up close. The car is really good. I'm not a fan of the car, but I recognize how good it is. Charge rifle is going in F tier. Charge rifle is terrible up close. If you have the select fire, maybe you can make it work, but it's terrible up close. Devo is crazy up close right now. Better than a lot of SMGs. The Eva 8's pretty good up close. I'm gonna put ahead of the. I'm gonna put it ahead of the alternator behind the car. When you yeah, we're gonna stick it here. With the base bolt, the timings in between the shots is a little bit long. With the higher bolts, especially purple or gold, it goes absolutely insane. The flatline's pretty good up close. It's probably overall a little better than the alternator. I love the alternator. I've just been not loving it lately. We're gonna put it ahead of the Eva 8 behind the car. G7's not good up close, but it's certainly better than the 30-30. It's okay. The Havoc is obviously much better with the turbo, but if you get the timing right, it's still really, really good up close. I'm gonna put it behind the flatline. Actually, because of the delay, I'm gonna put it behind even the alternator. That's hard to do. The Hemlock, I don't think is great up close. I don't like burst in general, and I mean the Prowler is an exception to that rule. But in games in general, I'm typically not a fan of burst, and the Hemlock doesn't really hit too hard up close. The Kraber, if you can hit your shots up close, just like at long range, it's devastating, but it's hard to use up close, especially with the long range chamber. But I'd still rather have it than the bow check. Probably not the 30-30. The L-Star, they did take away the tightening hipfire that all the other LMGs have. So it does take a little bit of a step back. I would have put it in high A tier, low S tier before. But I think it's going to go towards the bot. The Havoc's delay without the turbo is just so brutal. Longbow is also terrible up close. Similar to the 30-30, but a little worse. The Mastiff is pretty good. Not awesome. I don't love the Mastiff. I think I'm always on the opposite side of the Mastiff debate for a lot of people. I just don't really love the Mastiff. The Mozambiques, when you don't have them akimbo, are okay. They kind of really require akimbo, but if you go full kitted akimbo purple bolt, I think they're so slept on because everyone goes for the P20s and the R9 and all that, but I think go akimbo purple or gold bolt. Even the blue bolt's pretty good. And the Mozam's really good. If you don't have all that stuff, it's just okay. It does have the longest range for a non-care package shotgun. But because it's akimbo dependent, we're gonna stick it just in the lower part of A. Especially once you get to the lower parts of A, you could really mix up the order, and I wouldn't disagree. The Nemesis up close because it has to ramp up. It's got to go in B. And I'm not a Nemesis fan. The P20s, if they're by themselves, are like C tier up close. If you have them akimbo, they're disgusting. And with the upgrade stations, it is so easy to get akimbo of both the Mozam and the P20s. We're going to stick the P20s in A. It can't go in S because the single is so bad. Although, if you land on the Arsenals, you're going to have a double right away. PK is absolutely disgusting if you can get out of the care package, but care package rarity is going to hurt it. So we're going to stick it right here. I would put it way up. It's so good right now, especially with how fast the choke charges, but the care package rarity hurts it. We're going to stick it right smack dab in the upper middle part of A. Prowler's my favorite SMG right now. It's going to be our first S tier. They upped the fire rate. They buffed it at the beginning of the season. It still has select fire available to it, and it's one of the gold weapons in rotation right now, which means you get select fire with it. It's hard to not put it in S tier. The R3 is going to go right behind the alternator. The R3 is pretty good up close. It's not as good as the flatline in terms of ARs. It doesn't go as crazy as the Devo when you're talking ARs, LMGs, but it's like pretty decent up close. The R9, I'm kind of an R9 hater, but I recognize how good it is. I think it shoots too fast, and the recoil with that rate of fire is kind of wonky, but so we're going to put it behind the flatline. The car would probably be behind the flatline if it didn't have the versatility of being able to do light and heavy attachments. The Rampage, charged up, really good. Not charged up, not so great up close. It's going in the bottom of B tier. The RE is okay. You run out of ammo. It's a pocket. It's like a pocket R9, so it's going to go at the bottom of B tier just because it just burns through ammo. Even with the purple mag, you're getting maybe 2 knocks. The Sentinel, I actually just hit a clip recently with the Sentinel up close, but I recognize the Sentinel is not a great option up close, but if you charge it up and hit headshots, it's pretty disgusting. So we're going to stick it at the bottom of C tier. The Spitfire is kind of underrated up close. It's not great, but I'd rather have it than the Rampage. Probably not more than the Nemesis, as much as I don't like the Nemesis. Triple take still can kind of function like a shotgun if you get caught up close with it in your hands, but it is in the care package, and it doesn't go like super crazy up close, and you got to time your shots because it's the semi-automatic. So we're going to stick it in the bottom of B tier. If it didn't have 3 bullets that could spread and almost function like a shotgun, it would probably be down in C tier. Then the Volt, I think, is I hate putting it ahead of the P20s, but the P20s need a Kimbo. The Volt is the easiest SMG to shoot. So I got to put it up there. And then we're going to have the Wingman fill in at our honorable mention in the top 5. The Wingman, it's just a little hard to use for people, including me. I avoid it at all costs. Maybe if I used it more, I get better at it, but it's a timing thing. It's as high as it is because if you are good with it, you will destroy people with it. But it's not higher because it's a little bit difficult to use. It's always near the top of the rankings for both mid/long range and close range because it's just so good when you hit your shots with it. It's just learning to hit your shots with it that can be a little difficult. So I'm comfortable with these rankings. I mean, these would pretty much prioritize what I would go for, with the exception being the P20s, because obviously if you have them in akimbo, they're up there in S tier and probably ahead of the Volt, maybe the Prowler, depending on how you like to play. I would put it behind the Prowler personally. I'm really loving the Prowler these days. And the Devo needs some kind of nerf. It probably needs what the L-Star got, where the hipfire doesn't tighten with it. But other than that, I mean, I'm pretty happy with my rankings. I wouldn't argue really anything else, although I could see arguments for switching it up. But that is my rankings. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you like this type of content and want to see it first. And comment down below where I'm right, wrong, smart, or dumb, what you think of my rankings. And like I said, all of my Twitch link down below if you want to come hang out live, even just to tell me how bad my rankings are. And then I have my other social medias linked down below if you want to support me or anywhere else, as well as my single player channel if that's your vibe. But thank you so much for watching. I will see you on World's Edge, Kings Canyon, and Broken Moon. Get frying. Have a good day. Bye.